I started with a outline and I'm putting on some light tones, light colour washes just for this first part. Kind of takes a while because I'm not doing it in time lapse, but I do switch to time lapse after this bit, and this was done the night before. I just wanted to get some colour down so I could in the daylight do some more serious tone work and get a better visual for it on the time lapse. But when I switched on time lapse at this hour, it was way too dark. So I'm going to just chop a little bit of this begin part out. The main thing I'm trying to do is get some colour down, just some wash of transparent colour in the lighter tones, and then I wanted to let it dry, let it completely dry before I work some darker tones in, and just pretty much work it layer by layer, letting it really dry in between. And I'm really restraining myself to not put in darker tones at this stage. So I'm actually using green pigment mixed with my yellow to get some of these kind of beigey tones. They look more green, but I figure when I put them next to the orange later, they'll look more beige. But I very rarely use green when I'm working with acrylics or with oils. I'll mix up my own greens or not really use green at all. But I think I kind of felt that if I mix a green with the red, I'll get some brown tones. So that's the plan with this. Putting in some stronger colours around the outside of the bird, because I'm assuming I'll leave some areas. But anyway, just filling in a bit of the larger areas with just colour. Because on the bird itself there's quite a bit of orange showing through, but I'm trying to mix my oranges with the watercolour red and yellow, and I'm not really getting orange, I'm getting brown. I'll have to play with these colours to see if I can get a cleaner orange. I've heard, listening to some watercolour podcasts or whatever, I've heard that you need to kind of buy an orange to use it to get a good clean orange. So I may have to invest in just an orange, or just work more with these neutral kind of colours. We'll see. Yeah, so it's about a 10-minute, this was about a 10-minute little underpainting. So kind of took a little bit of time mixing, more mixing than actually applying paint. Seems to be the way, but that's how it is. So still going with that green. It's going to be interesting to see what happens when I do put some tone in, so I'm pretty excited about that. And yeah. So I'm off to a good start. Not really, but it took me all of my willpower to not add some darks in last night. I started this last night, and I just wanted to put down a little bit of the colour as a start of an underpainting. So now I'm going to add some tone, add some darker tones to that colour, I think, and see if I can get some form going. Right. Really mucked up my colours here. Like I mucked up badly. Mixing darks, and I muddied it up. What did I do? I think one of the problems is I had white water paint on my palette. Now, white water paint is actually not water paint apparently, and I've looked this up since. It is gouache, or it's opaque. Anyway, water paint are transparent and white's not transparent. So the paint muddies up your water paints and needs to be used in a particular way. So for some reason, I think here I went into the eyes and I muddied them up, and so really I ruined the whole painting. I think about now I what do? Did I put white in them or something? But I really stuffed them up soon. Anyway, so since this, in between here and the finish, I actually got out my block watercolours and just cleaned them all up, because I was sort of mixing in between them and muddying up the colours with white as well as other colours. So I've cleaned them all out, done a colour chart, and just looked more closely at the colours to see the strength of them, the colours of them, if I need to mix them or not. And there's some beautiful colours in the block set I've got, but some just standard colours in the tube sets. So with the orange here, like I used it from my block set, so it's a much brighter colour, but that one I just put on was way too strong, and so I lost some of the translucency from my transparent paint. I also added some detail with pen and pencil, and actually my impatience took over again and I was working on the wet. I should have waited till it fully dried. So I really should wait between layers, and that's the thing, you know, I'm a bit impatient for that, but I've got to learn this kind of patience here. So yeah, pencils, and then putting in some more tone. I just was frustrated. I wanted to finish it now, and got out the white paint again and just finished it quickly and left it at that.